today. Ensure that you are wearing your mask, that you are taking every precaution to keep yourself safe, your family safe, your friends safe, and by extension, the public. We are living in a very trying time globally, so we just have to do our best to survive and to keep safe. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about shifting your mindset from, a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. So everybody likes a good little story. So let me share one with you. There were two girls, Nina and Shireen. Now, Nina was naturally talented. She was good at physical education. She was just one of those students who excelled. Nina, on the other hand, did I say Nina? All right, Nina is a naturally talented one. Shireen was, a slow student. She didn't learn so easily. She was just having a hard time in all subject areas. Then over time, Shireen began to do better than Nina. She began to excel in physical education. She began to excel at the other subjects, while Nina, wasn't doing so well. So, why is it relevant? Well, it's gonna talk about, what a fixed mindset is versus what a growth mindset is. So, in all of my readings, I came across Carol Dweck. She's an American psychologist and she's known for her work on the mindset. And in her words, and I will quote, she describes that in a fixed mindset, the student believes that their basic abilities, their intelligence, their talents are just fixed traits. They have a certain amount, and that's that, and then their goal becomes to look smart all the time and never to look dumb. In a growth mindset, student understands that their talents, abilities can be developed through effort, good teaching, persistence. They don't necessarily think everyone's the same or anyone can be Einstein, but they believe everyone can get smarter if they work at it. One of the reasons why I use, this relatable topic is because I want to begin or help you begin shifting your mindset so that you can find your place and your purpose, in this life. If you're already thinking about, whether or not you have a fixed versus a growth mindset, then we can talk because your mind is in the right place for this conversation. The mind plays a very pivotal role in the way we think and the kind of life we lead. So, people with a fixed mindset, they do not deal with failure very well, or let's keep it, you do not deal with failure very well. You try something, you fail, you think it defines forever. You like attention, you like praises, for being able to do something without breaking a sweat. You stay within a comfort zone, doing things that you're already capable of doing, and you're less likely to break out of the box to try things that that you don't even know whether or not you will succeed at. That's like a way that you can identify that you have a fixed mindset. You're the kind of person that likes to hear, wow, you are a natural. But who doesn't, right? Which one of us doesn't like to hear that we are naturally good at something, that we're recognized for it, and people look up to us as a result? You find yourself saying that you can't afford it, you already know enough, that you have enough, you can't be bothered, you don't have enough connections, you don't have enough luck. You would, but you don't have the courage. You've tried and failed, so you will not try again. Does that sound familiar? Well, if it does, those are examples of what someone with a fixed mindset will say, right? I'm going to share something with you, because moving from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset is not like a light switch. I used the idea of launching my business as, you know, the experiment for the certificate course. So I used Matt Beckham Consulting for it. Back then it was called Big Mac, but it's now Matt Beckham Consulting. And I tried, I got feedback. First, I felt like it was a personal attack, and I pretty much wanted to tell the tutor, the instructor, to go and jump off a cliff and leave me alone because I was trying. But then, you know, sharing in the space of others who were, you know, enjoying the process, I found myself, you know, my mindset began to shift or change. I began to say to myself, well, I may be behind in class, but it's not too late. I can still learn. I began to think about, you know, the successes of the others in the class when they did well in their presentations. I took it as an opportunity to learn from them and to get better doing what I was doing. And I took it as an opportunity to even learn something that I didn't know about in the class. With this idea started popping up in my head, I started visualizing things from Big Mac, now called Matt Beckham. I started, you know, seeing possibilities. I began to get excited. The more, you know, I took the feedback as constructive criticism, the more I wanted to know, the more I wanted to learn, the more I wanted to expand, the more I became involved in the process, and the better I got. So for my final presentation, it was awesome. The concept was professional, it was fresh, it needed improvement, of course, because it wasn't perfect, but I finished stronger than I started. The one who designed my logo, I designed my website. It needs some additional work, but like I said, it's a process, right? I designed my website. I began to think of, you know, my niche market, people that I would want to appeal to, things like that. You know, many of us from we're experiencing you know, a set notion from from a very early onset. Our brains are young, impressionable, and it's bombarded with, you know, certain things, and it forces us into thinking that, you know, we cannot be what we want to be. We can only be what is defined by society, and that's formal education, maybe becoming a lawyer, a teacher, you know, these kind of formal professions, things like that. But, you know, while you're good at the book, it's not your best. Maybe you play drums better than you understand English or music, math, or, you know, and then you'll hear that music doesn't pay. It's a waste of your time. Thankfully, I've learned how to kill the noise around me, and it is something that you will need to learn to begin to do as well, because you will have people in your circle, in your space, telling you no, telling you that you can't do it, telling you that it's not for you. Nobody knows your potential. That's something that you need to acknowledge and know from very early. Nobody knows your potential. It's something that you will need to discover on your own. It's going to involve failures. It's going to involve small successes. Nobody understands your strengths, your weaknesses better than you. You're going to have to go through a process to learn that, to use your strengths to the best of your ability, to let your strengths work for you, and even to use your weakness and let them work for you as well. So some of you will want to jump into this kind of mindset immediately. I want you to understand that it is a process, right? It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't, you know, come in a week. It takes time, because some of us have been in a fixed mindset for years, and, you know, with something that's been happening for so long, it's going to need some time. You're going to, you know, need to be patient with yourself to begin to break out of it, right? So you know, take some time to, you know, think about where you are, pinpoint the qualities that you have, and see how you respond to setbacks. So when you do that, you will know exactly what you need to begin to do to shift, right? because over the years and through my own experiences and also feedback from people, I've come to understand that, anything that you do will only become easier when you get better. So the better you get, the easier it will become for you to overcome your obstacles. And the more you overcome your obstacles, the more you will want to break barriers. The more you break barriers, the more opportunities you will be exposed to. The more opportunities you are exposed to, the more you will learn. The more you will learn, the more you're able to teach. The more you're teaching, more, you're empowering others. You're empowering others through your own empowerment. And that's one of the greatest gifts that you can give anybody. All right? So, I just wanted to come here to share that with you, because I was thinking about it, and given the kind of reality that we're living with, corona, and the politics in our environment, and there's a lot happening around us. It's like keeping up with the Kardashians. I've never watched an episode of it, but their lifestyle is fast paced, and different dynamics kind of situations every day. It's like that kind of reality that we're having to deal with now because of corona. So with that in mind, take some time, figure out where you're at, and then you'll know exactly what you need to do to begin move forward. Apply for the promotion, ask for the raise you deserve because you've been working hard. Take that class to improve that skill set, launch a business, whatever it is, just get going. With the growth mindset, you begin to see opportunities, set opportunities from setbacks. Disappointments become appointments, things like that. You begin to embrace the success of others and look to learn from them, to be innovative, to be strategic. You look forward to building your skills. You look forward to widening your horizons. You want to learn more. You become a part of the process. You're not only focused on the results, but you find value in the process as well, because rushing towards the goal and not understanding the process amounts to nothing. That's a fixed mindset. When you find value in the process of learning, failing, moving from one milestone to the other, then the means justify the end. There's value in the process as much as there's value in the results. Proven methods that work. You being innovative, find methods, breaking a new, paving a new path, things like that. With a growth mindset, these are the things that you will find yourself doing, and I promise you, the chips will begin to fall into place one by one. Like I said, it's a process. It will take some time. For some, maybe a year. For some, maybe 2, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. No matter how long, it's just that you will not be in the same place. You'll not be sitting while things are passing you by. You will be in the game, not looking to be way ahead of the game. For some, you will be just that, thinking that you're not moving fast enough, but some people are looking at you and they're saying, wow, you're doing really well. The thing is that sometimes we don't see how well we're doing until someone tells us. That's when you're so involved in the process that you don't even realize how far you've gone from where you've started. So begin to develop that kind of mindset, and things will begin to work out. Not everything will work out the way that you want it to, but things will work out the way they should, because you have a place and you have a purpose.